And it's alive. Hopefully. After a fashion. Should never have taken that long. That was ridiculous. Apparently I'm going to have to buy myself a new mini tripod that's got one of these mounts for the phone on it. Because this one's busted. I don't know why it's busted, how it's busted, but it's busted. It took me probably a good 15 minutes to actually get it to this point, and I'm sure it's going to fall off of the tripod at any point in time here. So that'll be interesting. But this is the first live stream in a long time. A very long time. So we're here, and what we're going to be doing is taking a look at a Power Macintosh G4. And I don't really accept comments that say first and nothing useful, although it's the chat, so I'll leave it alone. Just be aware of that. Do not leave first comments on my videos or I will ban you mercilessly. Okay, maybe not, but I will at the very least delete the comment. I hate it when people leave comments on my videos that are not useful in any way. And here I am trying to get everything resituated because it took me... I changed the tripod, in fact. The other one wasn't going to cut it. I wanted to use one that didn't have a friggin' stupid clip thing. This is not a door. This is actually a table, an IKEA table, which is why there's a dent in it, because it's a cheap piece of junk. But I mean, it served me well. So, the backstory behind this this Macintosh is that this was filched from a recycling bin at the University of Rochester way back in September when I was down there for the Ham Fest. And it came with a keyboard and 2 mice. It was the only actually, no, I take that back. There was another one there. There was a graphite as well. And I was tempted to grab that, although I've got 2 of them already. I don't need another one. So it came with this. This is actually an iMac mouse. Back when iMacs used that god-awful hockey puck style mouse, the circular thing that everybody hated. That was why these things became a thing. It's an aftermarket mouse. So yeah, all the people who think that Apple doesn't have any third-party hardware, they're wrong. At least they used to. I don't know if they still do. They probably do. I mean, you get cases, you get whatever for like iPhones and whatever, but I'm not sure if there's too much for the actual Macintosh. Of course, this is the proper mouse for it. At least mostly. It's one of these Pro mice. I don't really want to do tech support right now, but evidently I have to. So, try and continue this. Where was I? I was talking about the Pro Mouse and how these things actually are really crappy too. The problem with these is that the cable tends to break, and then these mice freak out or don't work at all. Maybe that was the keyboard. I can't remember. It was either the keyboard or the mouse. These are not really all that great. They tend to not look very good after not that long. This one's actually in surprisingly good shape. Usually when you see these things, they've got like scratches all over the place and all kinds of other nonsense. But anyway, none of that's important at this particular point in time. What is important is the computer. Now, let's get this out of the way. Subject of a future video. Oh, there's a tab on this. I didn't know it was there. Oh, it's probably a lock, actually, to prevent you from opening the case. We'll see that in a second. But let's try and get this Power Mac situated over here without breaking my arms, without breaking the tripod, and without breaking the Power Mac. Because it's actually not as light as you might think it is. And it really doesn't fit on this bench either. But there it is. I'm going to actually take the camera off the tripod. Try to show some things here. This is the Quicksilver model, which is not one I already have. All I need now is an MDD, and my collection will be complete of these things. I think there's supposed to be a grill over that, but I don't know. Seems to work regardless. It's a good thing this thing has handles, because otherwise it'd be way too heavy to lift. I'm trying to break things sitting over there. It actually still has a modem, which is amazing. This thing is not focusing for whatever reason. So I guess you'll just have to take my word that there's a line output and a microphone jack in some order. Ethernet, 2 Firewire 400. Those are 6-pin plugs, so they will supply power to a device. 2 USB. There's the video card, which actually has the proprietary Apple monitor bus on it, so that is an original equipment part, OEM part. There's the power supply. Alright, so there's not a whole lot else to see. The latch I was talking about is actually this thing up here. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that's for keeping people from opening the case. Now let's see if my tripod blows up on me while I'm trying to do this. Try and get this open. Say what you want about Apple. This thing is really just a marvel of engineering. I mean, look at that. The whole thing just folds down. I wish PCs would do that. But the CPU is under here. As far as I know, this is a single processor unit. It's not dual CPU. No, it isn't. As I mentioned at the beginning of this was filched from a recycling bin at U of R. Your PRAM battery would go there. It's got a fan. There's the video card that's still AGP, and it still uses PC-133, which is kind of disappointing for a Quicksilver, but that's the way it is. This thing actually has the airport card installed. I don't know, because I've never actually used it. It does have a sticker on it somewhere, usually, that would tell me. But I don't really know. I can tell you it's got a 60GB hard drive in it, which looks like it's original equipment, so they left that for me. I hope it's erased, because otherwise I'll get to inspect all about what this machine has done. It's got a zip drive in it. It's got an optical drive of some description or another. I hope it's a DVD drive. I'm going to try and install Tiger on this video, but my ultimate plan is to install Leopard at some point if I can find a Leopard disc. No, this one's for me. I'm keeping this. What else about this? What size is that power supply? 344 watts. So about a 350 watt power supply, pretty much, because it's an ACBEL, so might even be good for more than that. ACBEL tended to be rather high quality. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else that is of note in here right now? Not really. So I'm going to go ahead and close it back up again. And I'm going to see if I can find the spec tag on the... There it is. What do we have? 933 megahertz, 512 megs of RAM, 60GB hard drive. It is a DVD reader and a CD writer, so that would be a combo drive in Apple speak. Looks like a what is that? GeForce 4 MX. That's real high power. Zip drive. It says MOM or MON. I don't know what that means. Oh, MDM modem. Keyboard, gigabit Ethernet. That's actually fairly decent. And of course, it came with macOS 10. I think by the time the Power Mac G4 came out, or not the G4, but the Quicksilver, they were shipping macOS 10 on pretty much all of these. So what am I going to do? Well, I am going to hook it up to my firewalled network, because I don't trust it. Even though it's a Macintosh, it could very well have malware on it. Because yes, there is malware for Macintosh, even though the Apple fanboys love to say there isn't. There is, and there's more of it now because Apple, or Macintosh, is more popular than it once was. You gain popularity, you get malware. So I've got this on an HTTP-only network, HTTPS and HTTP. So basically, if it's not going over port 80 or port 443, it ain't going out. And it cannot talk to my network. This power cord is actually not even supposed to be here. This goes to something else that I have teased on this channel before. Most of you know about it. I have an iMac G4 now. It needs some help. I need to put a new hard drive in it. This power cord goes to it. So I'm going to just get that out of here because there's really no reason for it to be here. It's just going to end up falling on the floor and irritating me. So-called Luxo lamp. I hate those things. But I have one now, so there you go. Got it for $10 at the thrift store, which I think was a pretty good deal. Especially for something Apple. Usually that stuff tends to fetch a pretty penny. Okay, let me see if I can get my power cord to a point that's conducive to usage. What time is it? It's already almost 7:45. Maybe I should have started this in half an hour ago. Whatever. So we'll just loosely put that there so it doesn't power itself on spontaneously. Grab... No, I'm going to flip that around before I do that. So I'll flip it around. And then what I'm also going to do in the process is I'm going to get a different tripod. Wow, this really does not fit on this bench at all. Yeah, I'm going to get out another tripod, which is also new, which should bring us a little bit closer to the action, although it might be in the way a little bit. I hope not. I should have plugged in the mouse when I had it accessible. But I'm going to change this tripod. So let's go ahead and see how this works. Pull this off. See if this is going to come loose without pulling the whole thing apart again. Like I said, I need to get a new mini tripod for phones because this one is busted in a way that isn't going to be fixable unless I hot glue the living bejesus out of it. How does this tripod work? I have no idea. I just got it. That might be annoying, actually. That might be really annoying. What's going on? They're cross-threaded. Alright, there we go. Hopefully it will sit on without too much ballet. Well, that's actually better than the other one. So, now at least you'll be able to see the monitor. Because, okay, I can get this tripod out of the way, and now I actually have room to work. You'll wonder why I never use tripods. That's why. It takes away from my workspace. So, I'll plug in the keyboard, the mouse first, then the monitor. I don't really need Ethernet on this. I think it's been wiped. I'd like to think it's been wiped. So we'll probably install a little thing of Tiger on this. I don't know if I'll have time because I've only got about 15 minutes. I think it takes more than that to install Tiger. But we can at least see if there's anything on the hard drive. Where's the keyboard? I discarded it callously and now I have no idea. There it is. So, put the keyboard in place. Need help disassembling an iMac G4? No, I've done it before. It's a pain in the ass, but you can do it. You have to be careful of all the tape. There's a lot of insulating tape in it, and it's really sharp, too. You also have to be careful of the monitor cord. Monitor cable. When I plugged it in, the UPS freaked out, so that was great. That wasn't the UPS that I even plugged it into, so that was awesome. Let's see if it even works, or if it blows a circuit breaker when I go ahead and plug this in. It worked when I tested it down there. I think I tested it down there, but I can't remember now. So, change that over, and here we go. Kaboom! That was an APC Bag UPS 600. It's very sensitive to line voltage fluctuations. I have the sensitivity cranked down, too, so I don't know what's up with it. Probably some components that are getting ready to stop working. Okay, well, it's been reasonably wiped because it's not actually doing anything. So let's try and reset it. Can't we reset it? Is that actually a reset switch or is that the programmer switch? Reset. So I'm holding down the mouse. I'm going to eject the optical drive and put in an OS 10 Tiger DVD. That's just sitting around here handy. So optical drive is ejected. And I wonder if it will actually boot to this on its own. If there's nothing on the hard drive. Sometimes they do. Although I think if I wanted it to do that, it would have to display the blinking question mark icon. So there might be something on this drive, just new system folder. Okay, I'm going to see if I remember the keyboard combination to reboot the system. Well, it doesn't seem to work, so we'll just reboot it again. That's very difficult reset switch there. Hold down C to boot from the CD-ROM. For all I know, the hard drive is bad. Alright, well, it's reading the disk now. Holy resolution. Oh, that's low res. Holy crap. What is that, like 640 by 480? So apparently it's not detecting my monitor properly, even though it's not even going through the KVM switch. It's just going straight out to the monitor. Mostly, anyway. I mean, it is going through a switcher, but that switcher is pretty stupid. It's just an electrical signal switch, so... That's awesome. It's called Optical Network Terminator. I don't remember exactly what that is. Fiber to the home, that's where the fiber ends and the copper starts. Something along those lines. I do know that it's called a fiber optic. It's called an optical network terminator, though. And yes, they usually have UPSs on them because there's no power that really runs through the cable. So it needs a battery in order to keep it up. It's one of the things I hate compared to copper. Copper has 70 volts running through it at I think it's 70 volts. Probably wrong. The cat's leaving, so I guess I'm wrong. However much voltage is running through it for the phone line. It has that running all the time. So, but I know fiber and cable need to have battery backup on the distribution amplifiers, the ONTs, pretty much everything needs to have a battery on it in order for it to work. So let's see. Because fiber is obsolete. Anyway, of course I agree. It's doing the same thing the iMac was doing. Hold on a second, cat. I'll let you out. Impatient. Very impatient. I'm trying to do a video, damn it. Yeah, this is exactly what the iMac was doing earlier. I hear the hard drive making unhappy noises, so I'm sure it's no good. So let's go into disk utility. Give this a try. Why is that out of focus? It's like pointed straight at the damn thing. Gathering disk information. It's a pity I can't view the smart data on this. Yeah. It is... Yeah, okay. Let's try verifying the disk. I don't think we're going to get very far with this. And I don't want to run out my good set hard drives because I need one for the iMac too. Could not unmount disk. Unmount it. Why can't you unmount the disk? Is there a problem? Probably. Yeah, I think there's an issue here. Smart status is verified. It won't actually tell me what it is. I want to see that information. Doggone it. But it won't let me do that. See, This is the problem with the Mac OS. Oh, now we got the spinning beach ball. That's awesome. But this is the problem. They try to hide all of the stuff that's going on in the background. But what if I actually want to see that? They don't make it really easy to do that. Because all this is Unix with a fancy graphical user interface over top of it. Okay, I hit the verify button and it ignored me. But it definitely sounds like the hard drive is definitely pooched. Yeah, it's pooched. Alright. That's done. Like dinner. It's doing the clicking, rescanning, and I think I just made it crash. Awesome. Alright. So maybe we'll be replacing the hard drive. But I don't think I got time. I got about 7 minutes. I think DJ Dave Thunder is going live tonight. I mean, if not, then I guess I can replace the hard drive. But I think he is. I don't want to go over top of somebody. So, if there is someone who can correct or confirm or deny, I would appreciate it. But I gotta find a hard drive first. I don't even remember how to replace the hard drive in one of these offhand. So I guess I'll be figuring that out. What's this? That's a SATA drive. That won't work. That drive is dead, so I gotta get rid of that. That is also a SATA drive, and it's dead. Get rid of that. There's a drive. It's a Maxter drive. I don't know if I trust it. It's 40 gigabytes in size. It's missing the drive select jumper. That's brilliant. Do I have a jumper sitting around here somewhere? Or, no, we'll pick a different one. Oh, there's one. This is a Samsung. It's also a 40 gigabyte drive. I think it's jumpered correctly. I can't freaking tell. No, it's not quite. It's jumpered as a slave. But at least I have the jumper, so that shouldn't be a big deal. In theory. I don't even know how you're supposed to jump. Okay, forget that drive then. It's got the world's most confusing jumper setup on it. Nobody has said if Thunder is going live tonight yet. Okay, J50 should be, yes, that is jumpered correctly for master operation. Oh, you only live once. I'm going to go ahead and replace the drive. So I got this. I don't know if it's any good. I guess we're going to find out. If it's no good, then I think I'll cut it off there. The system itself seems to be reasonably okay, although I think the RAM might be bad, given it did that. I can't even check what it is, can I? Well, I could. Let me just reset it again. I can see if it's dual CPU. I do not need IDE drives. I've got like 500 of them, but they're mostly in a box, and I don't want to get the box out because I'm feeling lazy. So I got a couple that are sitting out for one reason or another. There was some project I was going to do that involved them, and I forget which project it was. So I guess they're not going to be used for that. Well, if I remember right, I don't have a lot of 40 to 160 gig drives. Most of my stuff is 20 and lower because it's from older machines. So for things like this, there's not really much that I can grab. But I want the system profiler. That's what I want. So we'll wait for it to come back up again. And knowing my luck, it's going to put up a fight with respect to the drive. Okay, I don't want any of that. I want the system profiler, which is out of focus. Why? I don't get it. You know, it's pointed right at the damn thing. Why is it out of focus? Piece of junk. One CPU, so I was right. 933, 512 megs of RAM. So this thing has not been touched. Really. And of course, because there's no PRAM battery, it thinks it's 1976. I wonder if maybe that's why it's all screwed up. Could be. But, I wonder if I could do this now. Probably not. I think the disk is screwed. I don't want to erase it. Although I tried that on the iMac and it didn't even work. So, I guess there's something sufficiently wrong with that drive. Is it mounted? No, I want to unmount it. It won't let me unmount it. Can I at least do anything? Or will it want me to unmount the drive? Okay, this is a waste of time. Off with you. Turn that off. We'll get our other tripod back. In theory. And we'll give this a try. Place the drive. Okay, my mount didn't fall apart this time. Doing this with one hand is a real trick. So I do apologize in advance for the very vertigo-causing camera work. But this is the best that I can do given the equipment I have. Come on. Come on. Come on, you piece of junk. There. That's all I wanted you to do, was to go back on that mount. Just like that. So get this out of the way. Can you believe it? I gave them $8 for that stupid tripod. Okay, well, I actually didn't. They had a discount. And I had a discount on top of that, so it was like about $6, $5. I don't remember. I think it was like $5 and some weird amount of cents. So basically $6. I'm not going to push my hard drive into oblivion, am I? No. Okay. It's been a long time since I replaced a hard drive in this, so I'm sure I'm going to make myself look like an idiot live. So we'll try and make it so that we don't break anything. I can't believe... Why did I do that? Put those screws in place. That was dumb. Okay. Now, do I remember how the drive cage comes out of one of these things? Hope I don't have to unscrew it from like the back or something equally as annoying. Oh, I can't even tell. Well, that's highly productive. Usually there's a screw underneath the ribbon cable. So let's pull out the ribbon cable. Yeah, there's a screw under that. See if we can get the power connector out as well. Can we get the power connector out? It's really tight. I don't want to break it. Okay, I'm going to just pull the tray out. Where's my screwdriver? Where's my screwdriver? I just love that, when people go ahead and make off with my tools for no reason. Without telling me, and they don't put it back. So I guess I'm stuck with this one. Hopefully this one's going to work. That's not a Torx bit, is it? No. But the screwdriver still isn't going to work. What the hell? Is this a joke? This must be a joke. Must be a joke. Well, I have a new screwdriver set. I don't think it'll work. I don't even know what that is. There it is. Does this have a Phillips bit that's going to be big enough? Or flathead. I could have used a flat blade for that. I think I know where my screwdriver is, but let's see. Is that going to work? It's my first time using this new screwdriver set. It might. I have one of these at work, and it's amazing. It's like 63 different bits. Pretty much anything you'd ever need. And it only cost me like, I think less than $20. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, cool. It's also magnetic, which makes my life even easier. So now I should be able to pull this stupid tray out. And the drive screws are underneath it. So, pull those out. We won't lose the screw that I just pulled out of this. Okay, this isn't quite the right screwdriver, because these are in there really tight. Jesus. Okay, I'm going to have to go look, I think, for my proper screwdriver. It was up here. It was on the floor over here. I know that. I know that for a fact, because I was using it the other day. And apparently now that I actually want the damn thing, now it can't be found. Did I push it behind here? No. I was using it. Well, I do have one more place I can check. So I guess I'll be back, and I'll check that, and see if it's actually there. Found it. Alright. So, let's try this. If we can. Still not quite working. There we go. Because this is the original drive, I'm sure it's Apple who cranked the bejesus out of these screws. It seems like a very Apple thing to do. So I am not going to crank the bejesus out of the screws because I'm going to actually get them out again at some point, especially if this drive doesn't turn out to work, which I have totally misplaced like a boss. Royal Bank? What the hell is the Royal Bank? RBC? Royal Bank of Canada? I think they call it RBC rather than Royal Bank. It's very strange. Always amazes me how these scammers think they can have people, and yet there's so many friggin' typos in their messages. And it really makes you wonder. Now, what's this jumper for? Master or single drive? It's a Seagate drive. So, ATA4. I'll have to reconnect that at some point and see if there's any way I can save the data that's on it, even though I don't really want to do so. I'm just the nosy type that wants to know what it was used for. So let's try and put this new drive back in. Let's try and not put it in backwards. That would be a good idea. Now, I do call BMO Bank of Montreal because BMO is, like, not even the proper acronym for the bank. So I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Bank Montreal of. Stupid idiots. Anyway, I'm sure I'm going to get caned in the comments now for daring to say that. And the screw is being recalcitrant. Dude, I'm trying to do you a favor. I'm going to... Okay. Desperate times call for desperate measures. That's the game you want to play. That's the game you're going to lose. Just watch me. You're going to go back into place. A-okay. Okay, it doesn't even fit on this screwdriver. What the hell? Seriously? Okay, where's the doggone frickin' screw supposed to go in? There. Aha! Suck it, screw. There. You think you can outsmart me? No! No, 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 no. No, you can't. You also don't need to make a comment about how much of a friggin' mess the left side of my workbench is. Also, please don't ask about the camcorder that is sitting over there. Where's the ringer switch on this thing? Nope, that's the pulse switch. Is that silence? That just make it louder. I just made it louder. Alright, off. No more phone ringing. Even if it was for me. I'm not answering it right now because I am effing busy. Alright. I'm not even going to answer what's going on with that camera. Okay. No tech support tonight. That is brilliant because I hate unplanned tech support. Although this technically isn't planned either. I was hoping that stupid drive was going to be in good enough health that I could actually use it. I don't understand what the deal is with these screws. Okay, tighten it down. I'm not going to crank it because, like I said, I would like to actually get these out at some point. So we'll go ahead over here, get that out of the way, try and hook this back into place somewhat. Probably break everything and anything in its path all at once. Okay, then we'll put that screw back. We'll do this properly. Those coupons are stupid. They're going to be part of a shredding video coming up that I've been meaning to make for a while. Okay, is this actually in place or not? I don't think it is. That screw is not going in there. It certainly should be. Why is the screw not going into place? What is this? The Spanish Inquisition? There we go. Second time is always the charm. And I just realized you couldn't even really see that because the video card's in the way. Awesome. I hope it's jumpered properly because I just put it in there assuming that it was. I think it's jumpered for master, which is what it's supposed to be. Some people jumper it for cable select, and that probably would work too. Although, being as though this is a Macintosh, I don't know if it would or not. Let's see if we can plug in the power. And there we go. So, now, in theory at least, I could close it up. Slam it closed because it's a Macintosh. You have to do that. Plug the USB cables and the monitor that I unplugged back in. If I can actually see what I'm doing. And if I could do it the right way. USB. USB. Okay. Alright. Flip it back around. And then we'll have vertigo video again because I gotta change the tripod. I hope this works because changing tripods is annoying. Very annoying. Probably should have known that I was going to have to change tripods when I got this thing because it's small. I thought, no, I can probably extend it enough. Ever the wishful thinker, I. It doesn't really work like that. Of course, it doesn't help that I need to get a new mount for the phone because this one is broken. The lovely plastic cracked, so the insert actually falls out of the mount all the time, which is brilliant. So hopefully it's in place enough that I can do this. Alright, get our keyboard, get that screwdriver out of the way, hopefully without losing it. Push down C, push down power. That's a very annoyingly loud hard drive, but whatever. It was what, 120 gigabytes? Yes. 120. Alright. So, we'll see if we can actually do this. Now that I've replaced the drive. Probably not. I'm sure there's some other show-stopping bug. Like some stupidity how you have to use a drive with Apple firmware on it. That was so dumb. I know that's the way it works with video cards. It's so stupid. I don't understand why Apple did that. It's worse than IBM was with their microchannel bus. You know, say what you want about how microchannel pioneered plug and play. EISA was the same thing, you know? Just slightly different. Okay, it's reading the disk. It's not any slower than it was before, so that's not too bad. Or it could be a bad sign. Because this disk was used in a PC, I am going to definitely have to format it. And again, it's been so long since I've done this, I don't know if this is the proper way to do it. I think it is. OS disk and BDE drive. No idea what that means, but I'm going to erase it. I want macOS extended. Sure, install the OS 9 disk driver. We'll call it... I don't know. Dumped Mac. Sure, erase. Erase. No security options, because I don't care. Partitioning. It didn't fail. Awesome. So that's a nice little upgrade, even though it's a Screamer drive. So I can close. I can continue. I assure you I read that very carefully. Select the drive. I'll go in and I'll customize it. X11. Sure. I don't need any of the language translations. I'll go ahead and I'll put on the additional fonts. Actually, hold on. No, I'll go ahead and I'll put on the fonts. I don't need the printer drivers either, but I'll install them anyway. And we'll go for it. And now I will install. Checking your installation DVD. Oh, nice. So that's going to take another 15 minutes on top of that. So I guess I have time to... 2,500 word essay. When the hell did they make that a requirement? I think we had a 500 word essay. And the thing about schools these days is that they make you do everything pretty much online just because they have the option of doing it. It is so stupid, you know? Like, I don't understand why you can't just accept a goddamn piece of paper because you're going to print the damn thing anyway. It was like that when I left high school, and that was about, 5 or 6 years ago. So I can't even imagine what it's like now. Remember what I said about this taking an additional 15 minutes? It's only at like 8%. I never understood why it has to verify the damn disk, even though I didn't ask it to do that. I mean, it's helpful. It is helpful. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, why? It's a lot easier to mark things when you print it off. This is coming from somebody who has done that before. It's a real pain in the ass to do everything online. When you print it off, you can at least look at it. And, you know, if you see something, you say, whoa, what's this? Oh, I can just go back to this page. It was right here, sure, whatever. But on a computer, you have to, like, friggin' scroll all over the place, and it's so annoying. Anyway. So I bought some, other new things that I thought were kind of interesting to try out. I might actually demo these in a video. These are eFilm Archival Gold, the 300-year disc. Don't trust your precious memories to a cheap CDR. Yeah, cheap CDs talking trash about cheap CDs. So, I don't know. Is there anything actually on these discs? I don't think so, considering they came from a thrift store. And I mean, I only gave like $4 for them. Actually, again, less than that. Because, yeah, I think these are all blank. And I know that there's some that are missing from this spindle. So that's too bad. No snooping around at somebody's backups or anything like that. This isn't even supposed to be in there. What else did I buy? I bought those. So I need CDRs, so I have them now. Those are 74-minute ones, so 650 megabytes. I think those are older. I don't know when they really stopped selling 74-minute discs. These are 80 meg discs. 80-minute discs. 80 megabytes. That'd be quite the small disc. What are those? 700 megabytes. So, not bad. Useful for something. Other things I've got in here. Oh, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things everywhere. I guess I teased you about that camera. That is actually a very rare camera. In that, I don't think anybody's ever really heard. I mean, maybe in V Westlife, you know, the Handycam expert has heard of these before, but Nikon actually rebadged for a while Sony Handycams, the Video 8 and Hi 8 units, back in the 90s. That's what that is. It's a VN500 Video 8 camera with hi-fi stereo audio, but it was damaged in shipping. I don't know if you'll be able to really see it too well. You don't need to comment on the mess over there. But you can see that this is definitely broken. That's the eyepiece. This is the other part of the eyepiece. This is actually the diopter. So this is the magnifier that adjusts the focus of the viewfinder. It's definitely broken. And what else broke? This over here was not like this in the listing. I don't think this is shipping damage, but it might be. The tape basket's all bent up. I put a tape in it, and that was stupid. I should never have done that, because then it meant that I ended up wrecking my tape, which had all the footage from various videos I've never uploaded on it, and then I had to re-record all those videos. The big thing about this is the lens is broken. Because I don't think it's supposed to do that. So I sent the seller a message. I haven't got a response back yet. If they don't respond to me by the end of next week, I'm going to be involving eBay on that. Turn around, you stupid tripod. What the hell? Seriously? Screw you. God damn, it's like talking to an eggplant. And of course, now the mount is busted, so that's going to do some strange things. Anyway, so that was disappointing as hell. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered because it's got bad capacitors, so it probably wouldn't have worked anyway. Um, it's just, oh man, I was really hoping that would work because that would have been a really cool video. But alas, it was not meant to be. It's still only at 68%. You haven't even started the installation. Tell us about the shredder. Okay, fine. Let's get this tripod up. I actually bought this while If You Like Good Ideas was up here. It's a little hand crank shredder. Strip cut, not very good. Really cheap, in fact. But it was like $5. And it actually has come in handy for taking things like this and making it smaller. But the problem is that you can really only do one sheet at a time because of how cheap it is. So, I mean, whatever. It's really nothing more than a novelty. But it's cool to have. I just wish it came in a different color. You know? I'd like a blue one. Or a green one to match the walls. Anyway. Wishful thinking. Oh, it actually managed to charge the battery. Wow. Which camcorder is it? It's this one. I also picked up this. Yeah, rub it in my face that I paid an extra $1 for something. Anyway, I picked up this for entirely way too much money. But what caught my eye was, and it's not even going to focus on it because it's a piece of junk. Come on, you stupid thing. There we go. Night Alive, which I thought, ooh, that's interesting. Is that like Sony's Night Shot? No, unfortunately. All it does is just boost the shutter speed. Or lower the shutter speed? Boost the shutter speed. How does that even work? I don't know. I really don't even know. Lowers the shutter speed, I think. Yeah, it lowers the shutter speed. So it makes the shutter slower, so more light can pass through, but it also causes ghosting. Holy crap! It verified the disc successfully. Damn. Anyway. But I made a discovery about those cameras. This is my little 6AA battery pack. I love these. I have two of them. One for the Infolithium L series battery, and then one for this, for the VHSC things. This is amazing. But I found out it doesn't work with those SVHSC cameras. I don't know why. I guess it doesn't back up just enough on the back of the camera because the contacts don't make contact and the camera doesn't power on. So that was a little disappointing. Came with a battery, came with the manuals, came with a tape. I don't know where I put the tape. It must be over there. 7 minutes. Okay, that's not too bad. I used to think it took longer than that. There's a conversation about macro vision. I suppose I should probably go read that. See what the topic is all about. Marco vision, yeah. Okay, yeah, one of those things. Oh, now we're up at 12 minutes. So this is more like what it should be. That's what it says, Marco vision. I just repeat things. Although macro is certainly a word, so I don't know why that would screw around with that. What else did I pick up recently? I had to clear up this floor. There's cables everywhere. And hard drives everywhere, CDs everywhere, things everywhere, and it needs to not be that way. I got my box of broken cameras. Those need to go away. I was going to put them downstairs. That's where they're going to go. That's where this power mat is going to go. It's going to go with my collection of stuff. down there, which is ever growing. So people were talking about the KFC coupons, and that's not the only coupons that were over there. I think you can guess what this is. This is even more so going to get to deal with the shredder. You can't even open it. Like, what the hell is this? What is this? Like, really? Screw you guys. Anyway. Oh, I picked up this too. This is awesome. This is the official Go light. I hear noises I don't like coming from that. Or maybe that's the optical drive. But anyway, the official Go light, except the stupid thing takes a coin cell battery, a button cell, to run the clock, which I think is dumb. But you don't need a button cell in order to run the siren, which I think is badass. Even if it's like the cheesiest thing alive. Also, I noticed it's got a backlight, and apparently the backlight runs off the AA batteries too. So that's insanely useful. Writing file is 100% completed, and yet it's going to take 22 minutes. You need to wire it so the lights stay on. That would run through the batteries so fast. What else is in here that needs a video? 286 laptop that needs a video. There's going to be a lot of camcorder videos. You'd be surprised how fast, how long, or how much an LED can run down a battery. I can't talk, apparently. Gross. There's a pair of tube radios over there that need videos. What else? What else? I mentioned the 286 laptop, these 2 clock radios sitting on the floor. There's a long list of camcorders that is ever growing because I made the mistake of checking eBay for camcorders, and picked up a whole bunch of them, which is definitely an understatement. I think there's something like maybe 30 or 40 of them on their way. Okay, maybe not 40. 40 is a bit much, but probably close to 30. That wouldn't be too far off. Probably. I don't actually know how many there are. But, like I was telling somebody else, as soon as eBay gets involved, things multiply like rabbits. So. And when you factor in the fact that 90% of them seem to not work properly, well, can't use them to record, so I don't know how many of them are actually... That box has got a good, 5 or 6 cameras in it that don't work at all. I've tried to keep the ones that work as video sources separate. You know, they have tape mechanism problems, but would work otherwise as a source. And speaking of cameras, looks like one of them has shipped from the Global Shipping Center. Cool. Nice. Alright. Checking my email while I wait for this stupid thing to install. This wasn't supposed to take this long. I'm just going to end up reinstalling anyway. Oh, my battery's running down. Uh-oh. Can I get to it in enough time? Because it's not, the battery on that phone is not in good shape. Give me the cable, doggone it. I'm sure it'll die by the time I actually get to it. Come on. Plug that in. Plug it in. Plug it in. Alright. The old Glade commercials. I don't even know if it worked. Alright, I think it did. Yeah. I'm charging it from a computer. That's awesome. So I'm sure that's not going to work very well, and it'll die anyway. But I guess if it does, you'll have at least seen part of the video, so you can imagine what the rest of it's going to be like. Where'd my screwdriver go? Huh! Did I lose it already? No, I put it away. Okay, good. I'll just use the thing once and manage to lose it. Of course, it's not hard to lose things in the mess that is up here. It's a complete disaster. Where are you? That one still hasn't shipped. I'm a little annoyed by that. CCD TRV 58. I was talking to somebody about that one. That doesn't ship next week. I think I'm going to have a word with the eBay seller on that one too. It's only going to take 8 minutes. What is the TRV 58? Oh crap. Please don't do that, thank you. Where'd it go? I lost it. No, that's a different one. That's a digital 8 camera. High 8. Alright, so that should be interesting. It's got a night shot. Basically, it's a TRV or a TR818 with an LCD screen, as far as I can tell. The design is pretty similar. It's installing the Oxford dictionaries. Nice. Now it's installing all the printer drivers. I shouldn't have bothered with those. I probably would have cut down on the install time by like a good 15 minutes. Never mind the fact that the install probably takes about 15 minutes. Anyway. Already 8:30. Can we get this done before 10? That is a good question. I hope so. I think Dave is on. At least it's supposed to be. I didn't get an email for it, so I guess not. That's a shame. I was kind of hoping for that tonight. Something good to record videos to. Have as background music while I'm working on something. He said he was going to wait till I was done. Well, shit, why didn't anybody tell me that? Why didn't anybody say that when I asked? I would have stopped at 8. Damn it! Now I feel like a jerk. Thanks. Thank you a lot for that. Anyway, look at me yelling at my audience. It's a wonder why nobody ever listens to or nobody watches my videos. There are comments on these things while the video is live? I didn't know that. Why did nobody tell me about this? Huh. Well, I can't see it because the thing's on the phone. I can't switch out of this. I can't switch out of the video, otherwise it stops the stream. I did that once. That was a mistake. So I can't see it. That's why I said, if you said anything, tell me. Nobody told me anything. Wow. Whatever. Well, I'm definitely going to be stopping this at 9 then, I guess. Or whenever this finishes. It better not take that long. This was supposed to be a quick stream, which is why I thought, 30 minutes should be more than enough. An hour wouldn't have been enough, as you can tell. Been at this for about an hour and 4 minutes. I hear somebody coming up the stairs, so I'm probably about to get interrupted. Yeah. Probably is going on out here. Hold on a minute. I gotta... Well, that's interesting. That's actually rather shocking. I didn't know they delivered. You know, I don't know if I complained about it at some point. I think I did. I think I did, or I was going to. I was going to complain about how, you know, a couple of things had been sitting in this friggin' city for like 3 days, and they weren't delivered. Well, apparently they just got here now, so I guess I've got 3 things to open up after this is done. That's awesome. That's interesting. So, alright, looks like it's done. Computer will restart. Please do. And you know, it gives me a go back button, that's great. Hold down the mouse to eject the DVD. Actually, I'll leave the DVD in. But one of those is actually a high definition camcorder. So all the people who are complaining about my non-HD content, there you go. Now I have an HD camera, although I'm probably not going to use it very much. The intention for that one actually is to replace the broken... I have a... It is not HDV. It's a flash-based camera, actually. I mentioned it before. It's a Sony HDR CX190 that I got for like $15 shipped, which shocked the hell out of me. So I'm sure there's like a bomb in there or something. Or something that's not... Something like a piece of Play-Doh shaped like an HDR CX190. Something like that. Anyway. So I'll have to go ahead and see what that's all about. But I'm going to replace that DeVario... What is that? That GZE200 with it. The thing with the broken screen. And I might just throw that away. Or maybe I'll sell it. Con somebody out of $20 for it. Because it still works as a camera, but you just can't do anything with it. As far as I know, it's the last Sony camera that was actually really decent. The last HD one. I think the next one, they kind of cheapened out on the design a little bit. Yay, beach ball. What's it doing? What's it trying to do? Oh boy, I think this is going well. It's probably about to play a video. Yes. Ah, that's awesome. Do not transfer information, because I don't have another one to transfer information from. US keyboard layout. Continue. Apple ID. Continue. Registration information. Continue. There's a way to skip this. I don't remember what the way is. Is it Shift? Or was it like Command Q or something? Skip. There it is. Alright, create your account. Sure. Password is definitely not hack me, so please don't hack me. Pacific time. No. Holy crap. It actually got my city right. Damn. Click somewhere random on the screen and it gets the city right. I'm going to have to buy CMOS batteries for these. There's those stupid... What do they call them? 2/3 AA or half AA or something? 3.6 volt bombs that tend to blow up when they go bad. Like, literally explode when they go bad. What is today? Today is January 17th. Oh, you can't do that? That's annoying. Oh, crap. I made it crash by typing in numbers. So let's not do that again. Let's just do it this way. Even though it's going to forget these settings again, I might as well set it somewhat correctly. 42. Alright, PM. Save. I don't know why they delivered all the damn things at once. You know, would have liked it if they'd gone to the mailbox. Don't forget to register. I don't think Apple really cares that much about these anymore. So there we go. So now, I should be able to... Oh, Jesus. Go away, please. Go away. Thank you. Drag that over to the trash can. Should eject the disk. Because this is a proper keyboard, the eject key actually works. So I could have just done that instead of dragging it to the trash can, but whatever. So set this up to my liking, although I suppose it doesn't really matter. 2 megabytes of L3 cache. Nice. Oh, Apple update. Oh, crap. So I guess I better install those. Sure. But you want my password, which, like I said, is definitely not hack me, so please don't hack me. Can't even type it right. I assure you I read all of that very carefully. So, somebody can go tell Dave that he can go live right now because I am pretty much done. I don't know if I'm going to show all of this because this might take forever. The joke was made in the chat. It'll be ready for next week's stream. That might not be too far off. Although I think I'm going to focus on something else next week. I've got another computer sitting up here that will be definitely receiving some love. Because it's going to be cool, too. The only K6-2 base system I have ever owned in my lifetime. And considering I've been at this collecting business for probably a good 20 years, yes, really, started when I was about 3, actually when I was 2, so it's been 21 years. Considering I've been at it for about 21 years, is well overdue. So, I'm not going to install anything on this build of macOS, so I don't even know why I'm installing the updates, because I'm likely going to be installing Leopard on it. No. I don't understand why people don't realize that I have my door closed for a reason. Anyway. This has airport. I could put it on my wireless network. It's only going to take 2 minutes to download that, though, so that's not too bad. Oh, this isn't supposed to take that long. Alright, I am too curious. I'm going to open these. And I'm not going to open them on camera. Me a jerk, and not even tell you what they are. But I did just tell you what one of them was. It's nothing good, I can assure you that. Well, at least they use reusable packaging material. There's more paper in here than an average paper mill. No, because if I were to do it live, I would have to blur out the address. And I'm not feeling lazy, so I'm not going to do that. I mean, I guess I could show it to you. That's cold. Ooh, that's interesting. How does the battery on this thing work? Is it like a good, decent battery? High energy. Oh, it's info-lithium L. Cool. Sweet. Where's the charger input for that? I guess it's behind this door? No. Should have a charger input, no? Huh. Where is the power input? Weird. Well, I guess I'm going to be using a battery with it then. Which isn't too bad, because at least the info-lithium L batteries work. There is actually no AC input on this. What is this nonsense? Unless it's on the front? No, it can't be. That's just plastic. That is odd as hell. There's a charged light, so there's got to be an input on it somewhere. I might have to read the manual. That's the first time I've ever had to read a freaking manual to be able to figure out, oh, I think I know what's up. This probably runs on a dock. That's probably what's going on. But there you go. Super steady shot is what I was interested in. So I've got that now. This actually looks like a fairly professional looking camera. And again, the lens is like massive. This is a CCD TR3000 NTSC. Ooh, steady shot. That's where the switch for steady shot is. Date and timestamp. Is there like a charger underneath it? No. It's got a color viewfinder at least. There's the 2025 battery. This thing is like way over engineered. Look at this. Look where the 2025 is. Like right where the battery for the camera goes in. Damn. This is like over engineered by Sony standards. So I guess I've got a free, I don't know if it works, NP-F520 high capacity, or higher capacity anyway, info-lithium L battery now. Didn't think that was going to be included, so score. Let's see, is there anything else in this maze of papers? I don't think so. Take that out. And this lovely little thing, which apparently is expedited, or expedited, or whatever the hell, how you're supposed to pronounce that. I heard it both ways, and of course, there's also that weird thing, if you ever listen to the radio, the word financing, I've noticed a lot of announcers pronounce it like financing or whatever, and it always catches me off guard every time. It's like, what the hell? It's financing, you dork. So I don't know if there's like some weird announcer, like different dictionary or different pronunciations for announcers or something that I'm just not aware of. Alright, yeah, here's the fun one. Yeah, here we go. Here we freaking go. This is the good one. Okay, it doesn't feel like there's a bomb or whatever in it. Comes with friggin' everything. The manuals. Remember a spare battery. Apparently it takes info-lithium V batteries. I don't know how many friggin' different types of info-lithium batteries did they even invent anyway. Well. Oh Jesus. Well. There it is. It looks like a camera. It just powered itself on. Nice. Now, I was told, and the reason probably why it was so cheap is because the LCD is a little messed up. So you could tell that it's got a yellowish tint to it. I was told that isn't how it looks on the video. It's fogged up like crazy because, of course, it's freezing cold. And it wants me to reboot, sure. But looks good. The zoom works. No memory card, that's fine. What kind of card does it take? Is it full size or micro? Full size SD card or memory stick. You could use either or. So that's nice. It's a lot more flexible. Full size mini USB connection. I think on later models, Sony replaced that with their stupid multi garbage. Oh no, they replaced it with a built-in cable. That was what they did. So, let's see. Get a couple different faders, and that's cool. Active steady shot, that's awesome. No digital zoom, that's great. Face detection off. Face detection is stupid anyway. Is that Wi-Fi? Oh, Zoom microphone. Okay. Oh, lovely. Nice. There's a lovely little typo in the menu system. Bits in Zoom mic. Good job, Sony. Excellent. That's great. Okay, let me see if I can at least clean off the fog on the lens. Somewhat. It wasn't a very good job of it. And it's just refogging back up again. Okay, I mostly got it. Looks good. Looks really good. So, there we go. So all the people that are bitching about HD video don't have anything to bitch about anymore. All the accessories are here. The power supply. The little USB extender. I have a second battery. Oh, this is probably the best part of the whole thing. It's an aftermarket battery. Look at the friggin' size of this thing. Like I said, that's probably the best part of the whole deal. Just rebooted again. Probably broke itself. So yeah, $15 gets you all that. I think that's just spectacular. I couldn't believe it. It was like, what the hell? Why is it so cheap? Even with the yellow LCD, it's like, really? That's like nothing. So, let's see. Can I get it all back in here? I'd like to be able to get it all back in here so I can at least get it out of my way while I'm trying to do all this stuff. Oh, what's the last one? The last one is a box that looks like it's been busted a little bit, so that's brilliant. Get out of here. Alright. Oh dear. Okay, let's see. What kind of hell awaits me here? I think I just broke the box. Oops. Oh well. So, I guess I won't be needing. Come on. Break. Break, damn you. I want to open it. I don't even remember which one this is. Open, damn you. What is this? Thompson Consumer Electronics. Oh, this is the other one. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Well, that's a little messed up. That's not a big deal. It's a little chunkier than I was expecting. Basically the older version of the camera that I just got. So, neat. Neato. Best score, no memories. This is a nickel metal hydride battery. Oh, nickel cadmium. Nickel cadmium has memory. What are they talking about? Of course, it's not quite a standard AC input, so that's a little concerning. thought it had a DC jack on the side, but evidently I'm an idiot. So I may have to rig something up for that. Yeah, I'm going to have to rig something up for that. Huh. I thought that was a standard battery. Well, serves me right. That's for the tape. Huh. I'll figure something out. Shouldn't be too difficult. I'm not an engineer, but it shouldn't be too difficult to figure that one out. Can't tell. I don't believe there's a tape in there, but there could be. It could be just fully wound or fully used. That's a shame. I thought that had the that was a standard input. It cost me more than the HD camera did too. Of course, they all pretty much did. Most of them anyway. I think I got one for like $10. Which one it was, I don't remember. It was one of them. So anyway, this is here. Now that it's almost 9 o'clock, I think I'm going to shut up. Finish this off. An hour and a half of basically useless nothing. What level of airport is this? I wonder if it would tell me. I think that'll be the last thing that I share. Wireless network not available. Airport. Thank you for telling me that the airport card installed in the computer is an airport card. Anyway. So. I don't know. I'll connect it to the network later. Either way, I think that's going to do it for the Power Mac G4. We did some stuff with it. It works. I'll have to see what's on that hard drive, if anything is actually savable. I'm surprised nobody mentioned that the disk name over here, the dumped Mac. So, thanks for watching. If you've got any further comments, leave them in the comments section. Or the chat if you're still here. But that's pretty much it. And it's now 9 o'clock.